Hey everyone, welcome to This Explainer. If you're an ESL student dreaming of breaking into the incredible world of 3D animation, well, you are exactly in the right place today. We're going to completely unpack the ultimate strategies for mastering spoken English. Why? So you can comfortably follow those super advanced tutorials, really master complex software, and, most importantly, confidently pitch your artistic vision to studios all over the globe. We're going to take those language barriers and literally transform them into a clear, actionable roadmap.
Okay, let's dive right in and anchor our motivation with the most fundamental question: why learn English? You see, having a powerful personal why, something like collaborating on an international indie game or finally understanding that incredibly complex rendering tutorial, is the exact engine that's going to keep you going when the learning gets tough.
So here's exactly how we're breaking things down today. Number 1, why English matters. Number 2, effective learning methods. Number 3, strategies for better speaking. And number 4, the holiday practice plan. Let's get to it.
All right, Section 1, Why English Matters, Opening Doors and Expanding Horizons. As you know, English is just a massive universal key, especially in creative industries. It completely dominates the internet, and honestly, it's the default language for top-tier software like Maya, Blender, and Unreal Engine. Mastering it gives you unfiltered access to the absolute best tutorials and courses out there. Plus, and this is huge, it unlocks higher earning potential by letting you collaborate with international studios and freelance clients without needing a translator. Whether you're traveling to a massive global convention like SIGGRAPH or just trying to navigate a tricky software forum, English is your bridge to the rest of the world.
Moving on to Section 2, Effective Learning Methods, Finding the Right Approach.
Now, what's really fascinating here is that there isn't just one magic way to learn. Sure, you've got traditional school courses for locking down your grammar and basics, but you can also absorb the language so naturally by self-studying with apps or simply watching behind-the-scenes documentaries of your absolute favorite animated films. Reading software documentation actually helps you intuitively understand sentence structure. And of course, talking to other artists in online forums or Discord servers, that is where the magic really happens. At the end of the day, the best method is simply the one you actually enjoy and consistently use.
So here is your absolute secret weapon for success. 15. Seriously, practicing for just 10 to 15 minutes a day is all it takes. You absolutely do not need hours of free time to see massive, game-changing improvements.
And that's because consistency is always greater than long sessions. Think of it exactly like rendering a complex 3D scene. Steady, continuous processing works far better than trying to force it all at once and completely crashing your system, right? Regular, daily micro-sessions help your brain retain information so much more effectively than those grueling 3-hour study marathons.
All right, Section 3, Strategies for Better Speaking, Building Confidence over Perfection.
Okay, you really need to make a major mental shift here. Stop translating from your native language in your head. It slows you down and makes simple conversations feel like a heavy math problem. Instead, you've got to start forming thoughts directly in English. Try narrating your animation process out loud to yourself. Just think, okay, I need to adjust this keyframe, or, the lighting in this scene is a bit too dark. It trains your brain to bypass that clunky translation phase entirely.
Building right on that idea, let's compare learning single words versus learning useful phrases. If you just memorize isolated vocabulary lists, you're going to be left wondering how to string those words together when you're under pressure. But mastering full sentences and common expressions, that makes speaking incredibly faster and just so much more natural.
For example, memorizing plug-and-play phrases like, "in my opinion," or "I'd like to say that," gives you an instant head start. During a creative review or a tight feedback session, you don't have to build the entire sentence from scratch. You just deploy these ready-made phrases. It gives you immediate confidence and, honestly, buys you a few precious seconds to actually think about your technical feedback.
So how do we actually put this into practice? Well, speak out loud as much as possible. Seriously, don't just read in your head. Listen to a rigging or modeling tutorial on YouTube, hit pause, and just repeat the instructor's exact pronunciation and intonation. Practice daily with your favorite language apps. Talk to yourself in the mirror and record your voice. I know, you might feel a bit silly at first, but embracing those mistakes is exactly how you build true confidence. And finally, find a language exchange speaking partner on an app like Tandem or HelloTalk so you can chat about your shared artistic hobbies and technical challenges.
Which brings us to Section 4, the Holiday Practice Plan, your actionable daily roadmap. Okay, this 4-step daily routine takes less than an hour, but it is a complete language workout. Step 1, a 5 to 10 minute warm-up. Just think in English and say some simple sentences about your daily tasks. Step 2 is listen and repeat. Grab a few sentences from a tutorial video and just copy that pronunciation out loud for 10 to 15 minutes. Step 3, dedicated speaking practice. Talk aloud on just one specific topic for 15 to 20 minutes. And step 4, mirror practice. Spend 10 quick minutes recording yourself to check your fluency.
Now, the hardest part of step 3 is usually just figuring out what to say, right? So let's remove that friction entirely. Please feel free to pause right now and screenshot this exact weekly schedule. Monday, talk about your hobbies, maybe a side project you're currently rendering. Tuesday, your favorite food. Wednesday, talk about your last holiday. Thursday, your future career plans in the industry. Friday, a CG movie you really admire. And the weekend is just for free, relaxed conversation. Pre-selecting your topics absolutely stops you from just staring at a blank wall.
And to really supercharge all of this, layer this broader weekly habit plan right on top. 2 to 3 times a week, talk with someone, like a friend or an app partner. Twice a week, watch a film or an episode with English subtitles and really try to copy the dialogue. And 2 to 3 times a week, read a short story or maybe an interview with the lead animator or a technical breakdown and just explain it out loud in your own words. Combining these routines will trigger absolutely explosive growth in your skills.
And just like that, we've reached the end of our roadmap. But I want to leave you with one final provocative question. You have 10 minutes right now. What will you talk about today? Because you now have the tools, the strategies, and the exact plan to bring your unique creative voice to the global stage. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and honestly, I cannot wait for you to start speaking and creating with incredible confidence.